guys, I'm Kishore, lead power system engineer at Power Projects. Follow me on LinkedIn by clicking this link for more PSCAD related content. Let's get straight in this video.
So in this video, we are going to discuss about the PSCAD tool introduction, and I'm going to draw a small circuit. So this video is mainly focusing for the engineers who are who are starting to learn the PSCAD tool. So this is the PSCAD. So this is the PSCAD window. So I opened the PSCAD of 5.0.2. This is the latest version we have. So at the left side of the tool, you can see file, home, project, view, tools, components, and models. So these are the ribbons which is available in the PSCAD software. So when you just open the PSCAD software, this is the tab it will be appearing. So you can see at the file. The file is nothing the same thing what we are seeing on the other Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint. So it is like file, new, open, save, or print. This is the thing which are seeing. When you just click the file new, first we are going to discuss how we should create a file, we are creating a project file, or how we are opening a project file. That we are going to discuss it here. So this is a basic one. Since here you can see the PSCAD file types. You can see there are three types of files is there: new case, new library, and new workspace is there. The new case is nothing; it's the project file. So basically, the thing that you are seeing on the ETAP or DIgSILENT Perfectory or other softwares, we will be seeing the main project files, right? ETAP, OTA files we will be seeing, right? The same case here in PSCAD, we will be calling it as a new case file. It is like a project file, PSCX as a project file. The extension is PSCX. So if you want to create a project file, you can just directly click the project file and you need to give the name of it. So the name, for example, I'm just giving it as a PSCAD itself. PSCAD itself, I'm just giving as a name, and the name should be entered as a for example, we're just going to do a simple project, like example project itself I'm doing, and we should not give any space. For example, project file. Okay, it will not consider a space in between a word. Okay, so what we need to do, instead we can just put a underscore one, or we can put a continuation words. So then you can click the new case and you can just directly click the create button. It will be created a project file. On the left side, you can see this is the workspace window where you can see the projects files, library files, as is the workspace. So I will come later about this workspace. What is workspace? I will just tell you. So when I just click the project file, you created a project file. You can see the project file windows is appears. This is the basic windows that here in this schematic tab we will be creating or drawing the single line diagram. So in this project file, after I just created a project file, you can see the blue box. The blue box is the case file, that is PSX file. It is showing the blue box with a red icon. The red icon is nothing but after we have just created, for example, now if you want to save the project file, here you can see, you can directly click the save button, or else you can put Control yes. Now you can see the red box is the red symbol is gone. So for example, when I just drawn any something as any single any equipment I just put means, so now I put some equipment, automatically it will show a red one, because after you made some changes you will not save, then that's why it is showing a red symbol. So let me delete this one. You can just right click or delete, or else what we will do, you can just directly click this one and you can click delete button. So now coming to here, now I created a project file, single project file. So rest of the things you have like file types as new library, new workspace. What is this two thing? The new library is nothing, the library file. For example, here we have a default library, the master library we have. If you want to specific library file, for example, if you want to create a specific library file, you can create your own library here. That's library file. Coming to workspace, workspace is nothing. For example, if you have the many number of projects file, for example, this is first one project file, and I'm going to create other project file. Let me create other project file. For example, project 2 I am creating. So just clicking create. So I am other project I have just created. So each and every time if you are going to open, it will be difficult, right? So you can just save entire project in a single workspace. For example, if you're doing installation coordination studies like TOV, switching, lightning, are just doing. For TOV, you are having a separate file, and switching having another file, and lightning you have other separate file you are having. So it will be, you can just open the all the project file in a single file. If you just open, you can open all the project file. That is nothing like workspace. Workspace where the project files can be saved under the workspace. So now, for example, I'm just creating a new workspace. Or else you can just right click this one or save as this one, and you can create your own workspace. Now, what I'll do, I just save a new workspace. So the workspace I given like the same name project itself I given as a workspace. So here you can see I save the workspace. So here in this workspace, inside the workspace, my projects files just comes under project file and project underscore. So this is the meaning of this PSCAD file types. These are the file types. There are only three types. One thing like PSCX project file, other thing is like library file, other thing is like workspace file. Then here you can see the folder, on the which folder if you want to save the file or create a file, you can just click this folders, and wherever you create, you can save that, you can create it. And the open is nothing but the file which are going to open it. Already if you have the PSCAD file, you can open that file. The save is nothing but normal save, and save as nothing like the same thing what we are seeing on Word and all, like Microsoft like Word we will see, right? So save as already existing file, you are going to rename it or save it on the some other place, some other location. You can just use this save as. And the print is nothing but we are going to print any single line diagram. You can just print, you can just print the single line diagram in the schematic tab. So now we can see after we have created a project file, on the home tab. Now we've just done with our file, this one like file ribbon. Now come to the home ribbon. In the home ribbon you can see paste, cut, copy. So this paste, cut, copy, delete is nothing but normal what equipment. If you just put any equipment, for example if you just put on equipment like bus I have put, means normally you can just copy this equipment and you can paste this equipment. Okay, so this thing is like same as what we have seen on the like cut, copy, delete or the equipment. So we can just click and you can delete it, or you can cut the equipment and you can paste the equipment, anything you do. So we will come later this part like build clean, build, modify, clean, run, simulation, stop simulation, pause simulation. Will come later this part. And this scenario is nothing but like other system study softwares like ETAP, we will be creating a different configurations. Like for breaker opening, it will be one configuration. For example, the transformer will be going for maintenance, and we are just posting the bus coupler, and this transformer will be feeding the both the buses, right? Single transformer. So this different type of configurations we will be using in the ETAP. Right? The same way here, if you want to use the different scenarios, you can just create the scenarios using this one. Okay? So you can save the scenarios. So we can create a scenarios here. I have not made any scenarios, but the scenarios will be work only for the equipment which it is mentioned here. The equipment like this is the equipment of rotatory switch, slider, two-state switch, and this is push button. So only for this equipment the scenarios will be working. Working means it is like, for example, this is two states, which means on and off of thing we can put, and this only it will be able to save the scenarios, create a new scenarios. For example, in one scenario you can put on, and another scenario you can keep it off. But if you change any numbers like variable numbers, if you change or any ratings or any values if you change, it will not replicate on the other scenarios. It will be remain same on the all the project file scenarios. So this is the scenario thing. Now here you can see back, up, forward. This is nothing but, for example, when I just when I just go to the master library, for example, you have the many equipments is there. So each equipment will be there in with respect to their particular equipment tabs. Okay. So here you can see in the sources. For example, you want to take the sources, you go inside the sources. If you wish to come back again to the master library, the main tab, you just need to click up button or back button. Back button is nothing like it is kind of back and front, back and forward. Like undo and thing, we will just do it, right? The same thing of back and forward. Up button is nothing but the previous page, that we will go. So now coming to the project file, this is like back, up, forward. Undo is nothing but we're just going to undo it. Select is nothing where we are just going to select the equipment and we will just put it. So the pan is nothing but we can just move the schematic tab. Actually, the schematic tab, so you can see that copy and paste the thing that we have done, right? It will be entirely saved here. So the pan, we can just move the schematic tab. This is actually a size of the this is the actually size of the schematic page. If you want to increase the size of it, you can directly right click canvas setting, and you can increase the size of it, size of your paper, like A3 or A2, A1, okay, or oversize. We can just increase the size. If you want to create a landscape or portrait, you can just increase the size whatever you require. Now this is a wire mode. Wire mode, how it will help? It will be by here we will be connecting each equipment by using the wire mode, and this is nothing but zooming or zoom out, zoom and zoom out the schematic picture. Now coming to the project, we will just come later to the projects. So you can go to the components. So now what we will do? Another main thing, whenever you're drawing when you're putting any equipment, when you're putting any equipment in the schematic tab. So we are taking the equipment from the master library, right? So what we will do, we will be going in the master library. For example, let us take one source. Okay, one source I will take. So I'm just taking a source. We need to copy this source and we need to go to our project file and we need to paste it this one. So we need to go to the master library. We need to copy the equipment and need to paste it in our schematic tab. You should not do any changes. You should not edit anything in this master library. If you done any edit, it will be permanently, it will be there in this. So whenever you open a PSCAD, it will be the changes that you have made, it will be permanently be present. So after you again reinstall it, it will be the changes will be gone. So you should not do any changes in the master library. So you need to copy the equipment, you need to paste our equipment in our schematic tab. So here, whatever the changes, whatever the ratings, whatever the values you require, you can edit. You can edit it in the schematic tab. So what we will do? So I will take on sample master sample circuit. I will just take, so and I will connect, and I will show how to connect the equipments, how to draw equipment in the PSCAD. So when, for example, if it is difficult to search the equipment here, at left side you can see the workspace, right? At downside you can see the main this is master library. So the passive element, the passive meters, transformers, sources, breakers, cables, pi sections. Okay, pi section is simple cable and line. We can model as a pi section. This is like nothing but a frequency dependent model of cables, transmission lines. So everything you can just see here. Transmission line frequency dependent model is there. Other equipments like miscellaneous, then like machines, then HVDC and fax, then import exports label. Okay, that is like receiver and transmit wireless devices we can use. Data recorders, protections like impedance zone, out of step protection, like over current elements. So we can take it. Then logical like AND gate, NAND gate, you can use it like a multiplexer, everything you can use it. Then input output devices, which I am shown in this tab, input output devices. So for example, let us take one sources. We can just go to directly to the sources element, and you can copy the element. For example, we have a lot of sources here. So we will have, this is like voltage sources. We have voltage source model 1, model 2, model 3. Okay, like different model is there, as well as the sources. We have the harmonic generation, harmonic current sources. Will have current sources. Will have battery. We have like solar. We have here you can see harmonics generator. We have and DC source. We have so many type of sources. It is available in the master library. So now like just take my voltage source model 3. I will just take it. So I copy this one and I just control C and I just putting as a control V. So if you want to rotate the equipment, you can just click the equipment. You can just click R, means it will be rotated. Or right click. You can just right click the equipment and you can see orientation. You can just rotate it, rotate left, rotate right, or rotate 180. If you just click mirror, M means it will be mirrored. It will be mirrored. M means it is mirrored. So F means it will be flipped. Okay. So you can move whatever the thing you want. If you want to zoom in and zoom out the schematic tab, you can just press the control and you can just use the mouse scroller and you can just zoom in or zoom out this button. And if you want to move the schematic tab, you can just span. Or else if it is difficult to Again and again, if it is difficult to use the pan means, you just click the escape button. Again, it will come to the select one. In the scroller, you just hold the scroller of the mouse and you can move the schematic. You can hold the scroller of the mouse, you can move the schematic page. So now after I just put my source model, source I just taken my source, you can take a bus. What you need to do, you just select the bus. This in this component tab, you can find the major equipments like the important equipments like the resistance, reactance, the converters, bus, wire, the meters. So here we cannot able to directly see the results actually like ETAP or other software. So we need to connect meters. If you want to see the current, you need to connect a current meter. Seriously, you need to connect a current meter to the wire. If you want to see the voltage values, you need to connect a voltmeter. Voltmeter you need to connect. If you want to see the powers like real and reactive powers, you can use the multimeters where you can see you can just measure the current, voltage as well as the powers in the multimeters. So this is the thing you can see the meters tab. This is all the simple components like buses, sticky wires, and nodes, resistance, inductance, and capacitance, then converters. This is nothing like three-phase to single-lane converters. Then these are the interface that we will see on the other upcoming videos. We will just see what is this interface and all. Then wire modes. And by using this wire only, we will be connecting the equipment to the equipment. For example, let us take on bus. Then you can just click rotate or I just place the bus here. You can delete this one and you can take the wire. So this is like the thing which we are seeing on the paint, right? The same one only. So we can just click this one and you can drag it. And again, if you just click this one, it will be connected. After that, we need to keep escape. So I'll repeat once again. You take the wire mode, click the wire mode, select this one, drag it, and the equipment where you want to connect it, and again, left click it, escape, it will be connected. Understood, right? It can also move. You can see right here. So this is how you need to connect it. So ensure that it is properly connected or not. So this thing is nothing like plot channels. So everything slider is there. This from this only we will be able to plot the graph and we'll be seeing the current or voltage and power values and all. We can see it from the plot channel only. And these are the sliders. It's kind of switches and sliders we will be using. And these are the signals we will be using and graphs, XY control panel. And this is nothing but the sticky notes. And these are like nothing but the orientations. So you can just edit whatever required. For example, this is like nearby remote substation. I'm just giving this. So this is how we will be using the. This is the basic thing how we will be working on the PSCAD software. Other main thing, if you just like now, I just controlation will save. For example, if you just close this, just close this one means the project file. It will not be closed actually. You can see the left side, right? It is still on our workspace. So you just double click here. It will become the project will become it will be present once again in our schematic. How we will be closing this project file? Just right click the project file which is present in the workspace. You need to unload it. Right click it. You need to unload it. Then it will be the project will be unloaded. If you want to open again, you can see right there. You can just click open and you can go to that page where you can go to the folder where you have saved. So you can see I have saved in this page. So it is like recent files. So it is opening. So in this video we have seen like how to open the PSCAD, like how to create a file and what are the equipments which is there and how to take the equipments, how to draw the equipments. Okay, and we have seen the like what are the like ribbons. Okay, what are the components which is available which we have seen in this video. In the next video I will teach you simple circuit modeling and simulation. So stay tuned guys.
Thanks for watching this video and hope you find this video useful. For more PSCAD related content, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to start learning basics of PSCAD, check out beginner course link in the description and pinned in the first comment. Thank you all.